resources and how they work. And once Kume starts getting more and more tiles, hopefully it'll increase my economy even more. Oh, and I'll definitely want to build a plantation on those spices. That will increase my economy quite a bit, I hope. Public decoration from the Iroquois. I'll read that when I get a chance. Okay, so there's some more archers trying to invade. Oh, you see my border did expand towards one of those purple tiles. And if you take a look, bonus in friendly lands, 33%. So that's what I get for the oligarchy. And that was pretty decisive right there. I'm going to go ahead and plant my warrior there. I kind of like him on the plantation. And the reason is because if an archer plants itself right here, it can just bombard my warrior. And he'll have to go out there and he'll get further and further towards the encampment. And I don't want that, so. Let's see. Iroquois announces to the world that it is now protecting Monaco. Attacking the city-state will greatly damage relations and may lead to war. So, Monaco, which is just to the north of me, is under the protection of the Iroquois, so I can't attack them unless I want to go to war with the Iroquois. But that's not going to be a problem. So, yeah. Put the warrior back on the plantation, and we'll just go on to the next turn. And as you can see, I'm just kind of doing some macroeconomics here, just trying to build up my civilization as much as I can. So I'm going to go down here, and I think I can clear the marsh. So I'm going to try to clear that marsh and probably put a trading post there, and probably put a trading post on this plains right here. So that way I can help my economy. And the settler is finished, so I'll be able to expand again. No, I want the trading post here. It kind of feels like a good location because it's kind of where the crossroads are for all three of my cities, but I don't think that really has much effect on it at all. So I said I kind of wanted to go to the north a little bit, but I'm not so sure about that. I think. Well, let's pull up the resources here. So we have more spices, wheat, marble, more spices, fish, wheat, horse, wheat, cinnamon. Okay, I think I'm going to build a city over here by this river, so that way I can get these 3 wheat eventually. I'll have access to the other side of the continent for ocean use. And I could build a road through this, through the spices, through the horses, and go right to it, through the wheat, and do it that way. So let's get my archer over there, and we'll put my settler right there, and put my city right on that square. I believe it should be a good location. It probably won't be the most prosperous city in the beginning, but once it gets the use of this wheat, I might actually just buy the tiles if I have the money, but I probably won't. So let's go ahead and fortify. Fortify archer. No. Oh, yeah. Okay, so let's. I want to move my archer and my settler at the same time, so that's why I told him to wait. And I mean, this has been a common thing throughout all the civilization games. You have to protect your
Mathematics is the gate and key to the sciences.
You have to protect your workers and you have to protect your settlers because they'll just get, taken over. You don't want that. Okay, and once these workers finish this trading post, maybe I'll just send them straight to start building a road over that way, because this city over here is going to need a lot of improvements to help it build up. So I think I'll do that. Someone's already in the medieval era. The classical era is only one technology deep, so it's not too difficult to see how it could get they could get into the medieval era so fast. But I'm going to be getting in there in 15 turns once I get currency, so I can build this market. But oh, I definitely want this Machu Picchu. I'm going to try to get that. Yeah. So oh, we got some invaders over here. So my trireme is done, so I'm going to use him to explore. One thing with exploring, you can actually automate them. If you click this arrow here and then go to automated exploring, so that's useful. It lets you cut down on the amount of work you have to put in per turn. So let's see. I'm gonna need a warrior down here. There's an encampment right here, and that's gonna make it difficult for me to hold on to these horses. So I'm gonna need that warrior to help defend my borders to the south. And as you can see, when you're expanding, you definitely want to be very careful, because you can really stretch yourself thin if you're not careful. So, and my economy is starting to take a big hit, so I need this marketplace to finish like yesterday or 20 turns ago. Okay, so that's done. Let's go ahead and get these horses, and then I can actually I might be able to use this archer and warrior to take out this encampment, and then I won't have to worry about it too much. Maybe I can scare away this galley. I don't know if I'll be able to kill it, but I'll have to wait until. I shouldn't have attacked. I should have just moved and then built my city. But yeah, oops. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna build my city right away. Open borders ended with the Iroquois again. It's only a temporary uh, diplomatic thing, so not too worried about that. Let's build the city. And oh, Neapolis. I meant to try to guess, but I forgot. So yeah, oops. I'm going to put the archer there, so that way I can bombard that barbarian encampment, and maybe I can take it out easier. So I was able to take out that galley or whatever it was, trireme. So that'll make it a lot easier for me to control this city. And this city needs a library, just like all the other ones. So we'll build that. I don't know. The National College requires a library in every city, but it doesn't look like not having a library in Neapolis is going to hinder my construction. So that's good. What is this? A galley? My trireme should be able to handle this. I hope. Oh, it's all ranged attacks, so you don't like take damage when you do damage, so that's always nice. For the most part. I guess sometimes they fire back, but for the most part they don't. I take it. So let's go ahead and go on to the next turn. We're gonna build a pasture there. I think the warriors are kind of spooky, or the spearmen are kind of spooky, so they don't want to build it. But, okay. So they want open borders again, so we'll go ahead and accept that. Someone built the Hanging Gardens. I'm not too worried about that. The one I'm worried about is Machu Picchu, because that's really gonna improve my economic capabilities. So yeah, these sea battles they take forever. They're like 50 years sea battles, pretty crazy. Um, okay, so I can't build, I can't continue building the National College until I get the library in Neapolis. So I'll have to build something else instead. Ooh, a chariot archer. Interesting. Um, well, I guess I can start building barracks. I'm gonna want barracks in all of my cities eventually, so that way I can build units that already have some experience. So, oh, I can actually go take that over. Let's go barrage because there's a lot of forests and stuff around there, so we'll do that. Finish the pasture, and we're good for the next turn. Another public. Oh, they're protecting Budapest and Monaco now. That's pretty funny. These guys are like shooting across the sea to attack those barbarians. That's pretty funny. So the trading post is done, but it's not being worked. So I'm getting +3 food, so I can probably take. Oh, I'm not even working the plantation, so I'm gonna take this guy off and put him on there, and that should help. And I'm still getting +2 food, so I can probably do this. So that a little bit of micromanagement might be necessary to help your civilization get through some tough times. So that's just what I was doing there. So let's go ahead and go there, and we'll build something there. Oh, I just built a worker there. Okay. Let's see. We're using that tile. We can build a trading post there. I think that would be okay. Because we're going to get so much food from the ocean, we don't necessarily need food on the tiles around the city. So yeah. I'm going to add targeting to my trireme so that way I can do more ranged damage to sea units. Because he's pretty much only going to be fighting units that are on the sea. So, production-wise, let's build a lighthouse because I'm going to get a lot of food from the sea, and a lighthouse increases production or food production from sea tiles by